everybody.
Good morning, Rabbi.
This week's parsha talks about Avram, and it says towards the end of the parsha of Avram, ben tishim v'teisha shana. Avram was 99 years old. B'moiloi b'sar losei, when he was commanded to make circumcision by Hashem. So, I guess like 99, he was waiting for a special, right? But there's many different explanations and beautiful insights to the fact of why Avram, or what was the great accomplishment of Avram doing it at 99 years old. But there's a question. The question is, why did Avram himself wait till why did he wait? Why did he circumcise himself at an earlier time without waiting for Hashem to command him to do so? Why? The Gemara in Kiddushin, Pei Beis Amud Aleph, says that Avram Avinu kept the whole Torah. So part of Torah is to have circumcision. So why did Avram wait for God to tell him to do so? He kept the whole Torah besides this mitzvah. This is the only mitzvah in a sense that he did not fulfill, he did not do till Hashem himself commanded him to do so. So he explains, there are many different explanations, but this is an explanation based on pshat, on literal, simple interpretation. The Avos, our forefathers, were not obligated to fulfill the mitzvahs. They did this as an addition, as an extra thing. The Torah was not given yet, so they did not have the obligation that they have to fulfill the mitzvahs the way we have to fulfill the mitzvahs today. It was an extra, it was a bonus. So as we see later, the Torah says, Ekev, because of Asher Shama Avram B'Kali, Avram listened to my voice, Vayishmor, and he kept Mishmarti, kept my, in a sense, commandments, Mitzvoisai, which means my mitzvahs, Chukoisai means my decrees, V'Toroisai, and my teachings. So because Avram kept the Torah and mitzvahs, therefore I'm going to reward him. So the Torah clearly, Hashem clearly recognizes that Avram did it, and he didn't have to do it. And because he did it, and he didn't have to do it, the Torah says that he kept the Torah. That's what the Torah says, okay? Then we can move on. Therefore it's understood, Shebemikra, in a case that you have two mitzvahs that are in contradiction, that's where Avram is going to have a problem. So he doesn't have a clear commandment. What's the contradiction here? It says in the pasuk earlier in last week's parsha, to the Noach, to Bnei Noach, "V'ach es dimchem lenafshei seichem edresh." I'm going to demand your blood. You're not allowed to spill blood within your own body for no reason. For health, you're allowed to, but anything but health, you can't do it. You can't say, "Oh, I'm curious to see how much blood's going to come out of my hand now," and you cut yourself. You can't do that, even if it's not dangerous. Even if you're not cutting yourself in a place that's dangerous. You're not allowed to do that. So Avram is saying like this, I have a commandment on one hand that I'm not allowed to spill blood. I have another commandment that tells me that I have to, what's it called? I have to do a milah. But I don't have a commandment. This is all extra. So as long as I don't have a commandment to override the first commandment, I don't have a right to do it. So there's two things. There's also something called shav al tasa. When you have something what to do, and something that you're going to do is going to be going against something else, so the best thing is don't do anything. When you're not doing anything, you're not getting into problems. So Avram didn't feel that he has the right to spill blood when he's directly going against another commandment in the Torah that says you're not allowed to spill blood, unless he's specifically commanded to do so. So then he's able to override it. He doesn't have the right to override it. So Avram kept that mitzvah on the side till he was commanded clearly by Hashem, and he was able to do it. That's one. That's the simple explanation. A Hasidic pshat is that Avram was waiting to have one mitzvah that God will command him clearly. And when he has that one mitzvah that God will command him clearly, then he can elevate all the other mitzvahs. So there was this one mitzvah that he was waiting. Since he had a problem with this mitzvah, wasn't sure if he's allowed to do it or not, he was hoping this mitzvah Hashem would command him to do it, and then he would be able to elevate all the mitzvahs by now having at least one mitzvah that Hashem commanded him to do so. So Hashem should help us, should understand that we are commanded to do so. We are obligated to do so. We have the power that when we fulfill these commandments, we are really infusing the world with goodness and kindness, with holiness, and may we be zoicha to the coming of Mashiach when we will see the power and the effect and the energy of what we were able to do throughout the whole Galus years. B'karav Mamish. Amen.